No, we're not going to disappear. We're here for Local Live. Psych! It is time for Local Live here on WMSE. It's just about 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. And my name is Erin, joined by Cal Roach.
Good evening.
Feels good to be back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Our first show of summer.
Yeah, totally. And it just got really hot outside. So wherever you are, if you're driving to chill on the hill or if you're at home still stuck in traffic, you know it's officially summer because it's nice and hot and humid out there. And to herald summer, we've got Matthew Davies and his band going to play for us tonight. They've got a brand new record called Flowers and Ticket Stubs. And Matt tonight is accompanied by Eston on electric bass, Hayward on keyboard, Thomas on drums, and Damien on electric guitar. And Matt's been making music for quite some time in, different bands and solo. He just had his release show for this brand new record on June 7th at Anodyne and Bruce, and also played Feed Your Head Fest in Lake Geneva over the weekend, as well as a Hank Williams tribute event this past Sunday at Lindemann. So he's been a busy guy. He's gearing up to play Summerfest this week, and I'm really excited to have him in.
Absolutely. It's one of the perks of doing this show is sometimes you hear local artists in a new light that you weren't aware of before, and because I've heard of the Thrift Tones, obviously they've been a kind of a staple around here for a long time, but I wasn't even aware that he had his own solo stuff, and he's been doing it for years and years, so I feel like kind of a dummy, but that's how it goes sometimes. You don't catch everything. But yeah, he's got the new one out, Flowers and Ticket Stubs, and I think if you're a Thrift Tones fan, you're not going to have any trouble getting into it. It's maybe a little more stripped down than the Thrift Tones sound, but still rooted in kind of that Americana style, which most of his solo stuff that I've heard is kind of similar to that, although he does branch out into some other weird styles at times. But this new one's a really kind of a stripped down country-ish one and really cool stuff, so I'm not surprised it's getting some notice around town.
Yeah, and he's got a great cast of characters playing along with him tonight, so we're going to get to it, and we're going to first thank those who make Local Live on WMSE possible each and every week. We'll be right back in just a moment.
WMSE's Local Live is supported by Club Garibaldi. Located at 2501 South Superior Street in Bayview. Open 7 days a week, Club Garibaldi serves burgers, hot wings, and more, and features live music weekly. For more information and Club Garibaldi's live music events, visit clubgaribaldi.com.
And thank you to Club Garibaldi's for making Local Live on WMSE possible. And now, live from the Bob and Genie Friedman Live Performance Studios, we bring you Matthew Davies.
All day long, thinking about my Savior. All day long, wondering what a man is made of. Flesh and blood and the lies that we make up. I raised my palms to the sky and I gave up. Gotta get a little more time, some wrongs I've gotta right. Lord, give me just a little more time. All day long, thinking about my Savior. I left my home, waved to my friends and neighbors. I cut my song on the highway's razor. I raised my palms to the sky and I gave up. Gotta get a little more time, some wrongs I've gotta right. Lord, give me just a little more time. All day long, thinking about my Savior. All day long, wondering what a man is made of. flesh and blood and the lies that we make up. I raised my palms to the sky and I gave up. Gotta get a little more time. Some wrongs I've gotta right. Lord, give me just a little more time. I gotta get a little more time. Some wrongs I've gotta right. Lord, give me just a little more time. I need a little more, just a little more. I need a little more, just a little more. Give me just a little more. Gotta get a little more time. Some wrongs I've got to right. Lord, give me just a little more time. On the porch just thinking, might have been the tea I was drinking, or maybe it's the birds up in their trees calling out in the morning breeze, or maybe it's that look you gave me. You know that you can drive me crazy. Now I feel like I'm a dog at the end of his lead, foaming at the mouth and grinding his teeth. It's time to take this wild heart and tame it again. This wild heart needs reining back in. This wild heart gonna tame it again. Blame it on the cold black raven. Blame it on the drugs that I was taking. I'll blame it on the full moon or the lack of sleep. It's bringing out the beast in me. Might have been the tea I was drinking, or maybe it's the birds up in their trees calling out in the morning breeze. Everybody knows you're drinking alone again. And though I've tried to break the cycle, I know I can't win. You're falling out with all of your friends, and there's a cloud hanging over your head. Everybody knows you're drinking alone again. I went down to my local corner bar. I talked with Jim and Jody for an hour, maybe more. Jody wants to help if she can, but Jim's got a price on your head. Everybody knows you're drinking alone again. So when the bottle gets dried up, when the bars have all closed down, when the party is over and done, are you still hanging around? I pounded on the door outside of your house. All the neighbors want to know just what this is all about. Oh, but they don't know the pain you bring. They don't see the heads that roll when you swing. Everybody knows you're drinking alone again. Somebody else's fault. So when you come back from your latest woe is me, and you're asking for forgiveness and begging please, please spare me the excuse, man. I've been there and I've done that. Everybody knows you're drinking alone again. 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 Where you going with that gun? When it comes to making friends, there are easier ways to get it done. Oh, darling, does the world seem cruel? Why you looking for a loophole in the golden rule? Something so good, it can take the place of pain. Wishing someone would just tell you that it's okay. Mistreated at the end of your rope. You took a knife in the back and now you got a gun stashed in the folds of your coat. So, Ryan, you ought to tell her just where you stand. You hid your eyes last time, maybe now's your last chance. Oh, yes, for something so good, it could take the place of pain. Wishing someone would just tell you that it's okay. Something so fine, it'll light the dark at night. Wishing someone would just tell you that it's gonna be alright. Just tell you that it's alright. But will he ever know how far she was willing to go? Something so good, it could take the place of pain. Wishing someone would just tell you that it's okay. Something so fine, it'll light the dark at night. Wishing someone would just tell you that it's gonna be alright. Tell you that it's gonna be alright. looking through the classifieds when I saw that you were selling your old ride, the one that we took down to the borderline. But help me out, I need a friend when I'm standing on the edge of oblivion and hanging on by a thread. On the borderline, just you and I. Help me out, I need a friend, and I wish this day would begin again, with the sun going down and the cops closing in. They're saying, come out, boys, there's nowhere to hide. Dogs are on your trail and they're not afraid to bite. You're never gonna make the other side. On the borderline, just you and I. I guess we could have been more careful, and I guess we'll never make the other side, and I guess we could have been. Now we'll never make the other side. No, we'll never make the other side. Classifieds when I saw that you were selling your old ride, the one that we took down to the borderline.
Gold, Lizzo, Willie Nelson, and Snoop Dogg to local favorites Trapper Shep, Lex Allen, and Abby Jean. Summerfest kicks off on Wednesday, June 26th and runs through July 7th. For more information, please go to WMSE.org.
That's right. Summerfest kicks off this week. Exciting, exciting. And our guest, Matthew Davies, will be performing there. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. What is your Summerfest date?
Friday the 28th, 2 o'clock at the Clements Sausage, the Clements Sausage Stage.
That sounds right.
I think it's got a longer name than that, but that's where it is.
That sounds like a good name. We'll keep it at that.
Okay.
Well,
a lot
cool.
of good local artists performing there this year, I think.
Sure is. I think Steve Cohen's going after us on Friday.
All right.
Excited to see that.
Yeah.
So, flowers and ticket stubs, they seem like kind of unrelated items unless you're like putting together some kind of collage for, for album artwork, which didn't happen with this album at least. So, I was just wondering what inspired that choice for an album title.
Oh, well, I don't know. It was just a lyric that came up, but I don't see them as unrelated so much as tied together. Maybe flowers that you take to the person you're picking up to go to the concert, and you both have the ticket stubs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's sort of where my brain was.
It's old-fashioned, but it works.
Is it? I suppose.
I like that. I'm a fan of old-fashioned
What's
things.
new fashion? You just send a lift
yes.
to the person's house and say, I'll meet you there.
Pick them up in an Uber and whatever.
Oh, yeah, I don't know which one.
Whatever candy the Uber has in there, that's what they get.
Sure. Yeah.
So you took part in this Hank Williams tribute show this past Sunday, was it, at Lindemans?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that.
Eston was here.
Yeah.
Eston Bennett back there.
Sweet. So you two were performing as a duo?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's the same thing that's happening at Summerfest.
Okay.
Matthew Davies duo featuring Eston Bennett.
Excellent.
Yeah, but it was a really fun night of Hank Williams, or afternoon of Hank Williams things.
Yeah, and what songs did you perform?
We did Cold Heart, and what was the one you did, Eston?
It was called Crazy Heart.
Crazy Heart. And the final one was
Hey Good Looking.
Hey Good Looking. Yeah.
Nice. And then all the bands, from my understanding, had to write an original song or include an original song.
I don't know if there was a written one, but yeah, there was plenty of original music too.
Cool.
We tried to stay in the country vein on that country highway, sort of.
So that's your favorite Hank Williams style, the country
I like
vein.
it. Yeah, well, I think so. But he never lost the groove.
No.
Although Luke the Drifter was pretty straightforward. You didn't mess around with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow up on Hank?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
How did you come across his music?
Probably through the folk music stuff.
Okay.
I really liked Nick Drake. Somebody showed me that. And for some reason I hadn't really been into Bob Dylan or Neil Young or John Prine before that either. So that was a great door opening to those people also.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear some Prine in there.
Yeah.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Did Hank's music have a big impact after you discovered him and started listening to him?
No, not really.
No?
No. I guess since I heard it watered down through all the folkies, I was just like, oh, this is really great. The great thing about playing those songs with people that you haven't really played with before is there's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of bridges in a Hank Williams
True.
song.
They're about 2 minutes. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you done there? I guess that's it about Hank.
Enough about Hank.
Enough about Hank.
We've got other questions.
Well, let's talk about your band. I mean, you perform with Eston as a duo. How did you assemble this current full band that you play with?
The rhythm section here today is the Thrift Tones rhythm section. Mm-hmm. Thomas Jones and Eston Bennett are players in a group called Thrift Tones that I've been playing in for years. And Damian Striggins and I just met in a locker room. And we talked and sort of had in passing, he had a really neat shirt on one day, like a polka dotted kind of shirt.
Yeah.
And I asked him, are you a performer? And he was kind of taken aback because most people stay to themselves in the locker room, but I'm sometimes kind of gregarious. So he said, yeah.
Sure.
And anyway, so I discovered that he's been in all these amazing groups over the years, and he's a super nice guy, which was the first thing I learned about him. Mm-hmm. So I just, one day at the gym, I just said, hey, you want to play guitar? And I'm so happy that he accepted the offer.
Wow. That's really incredible, the connection that happened and how it happened.
I guess so.
And you, just by wearing the polka dotted shirt, You know, what would have happened if you'd worn a black shirt?
I can't believe you didn't wear that tonight.
When we met. ... That's amazing. I like that story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like real life stories, I think.
Yeah.
In that I try to get that into my music too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's not much pretense, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
I hope not.
This whole album is very relatable, but it obviously very personal.
Yeah. I'm glad you like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
I feel like some of your past stuff kind of draws from a lot of different genres besides just like the country style. So like since we've established that Hank was not an influence on you, who have been some of like the influences that maybe people wouldn't expect, like outside of the like the folk or Americana styles?
Well, we got a lot of the stuff that was going around in the 90s.
Yeah.
So Rage Against the Machine was really big, you know, some of that stuff. Jimi Hendrix was a big deal to the groups that I was in, and then Cash Money Records, Wu-Tang Clan was like big, but that I don't know, maybe some phrasing came out of that, but it's definitely not a direct influence.
Because there was like a little bit of rapping on your last EP.
I wouldn't call it rap. Let's not go. Let's go that far.
Loosely defined.
Fast talking. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know exactly.
So
because my folks weren't listening to Hank Williams or Bob Dylan or any of that stuff. As progressive as they got was like the Moody Blues.
Yeah. I don't hear that influence in your music.
We did listen to a lot of James Taylor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I remember a road trip where James Taylor's Greatest Hits was going non-stop.
So was this new album, I mean, the new one is kind of back to basics, like, was that a conscious decision to like sort of coalesce back into like a more specific style?
Yeah, well, it was definitely a conscious decision because we did it all in a room down in Kansas City. So all the amps and everything was in the same room. We did it all live so everybody could hear what was happening. And the only thing I would change is I would have accepted the engineer's offer, Joel Nanos, to wear headphones because I was obstinate. Is that the right word?
Sure.
That I wanted to hear my own voice, but it would have helped a little bit. But I think it sounded great. And that all stems from starting as a solo performer. So all these songs I can play on the guitar solo pretty easily, and I think they get the message across. Mm-hmm. No synthesizers on this record.
Okay.
All right. And how long did it take for you to put this record together? Is it, seems like from your mission statement on your website, it seems like it is a very personal batch of songs. Did you take a lot of time spooling and unspooling your thoughts, or did this come together like super quick?
A little bit of both, I guess. A couple songs that have been bouncing around for a while, but a couple of them just happened. Yeah, that's a tough question.
Well, yeah, you're also, from what I understand, a parent too. So I suppose you're kind of busy. Like, how do you balance all that? Like being a dad and writing songs and booking shows and all that.
Well, I got a really supportive partner for one thing, so we trade off. And the kids seem to be okay with music. Like Damien came over yesterday to run some stuff at the house. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the great test. Like, you think the intimidation of being on the radio and live on the radio is tough. Have two screaming children running around the house and try to run through songs. At one point, my daughter was smashing the keys, so just adding nonsense noise to our intended rehearsal. So this is like a piece of cake, right?
Got nerves of steel, man.
Yeah,
that's great.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, speaking of nerves of steel, I personally think, you're known for putting whistling in your music. I think it takes nerves of steel to whistle, because so many times when so many people do it, they either run out of breath or they laugh, and I don't know. How did you start incorporating that into your set, and who inspired you? Like, what famous whistlers inspired you to?
My old roommate Kyle inspired me because he claimed to be one of the best whistlers in the world, and he really was quite good. But he would he would whistle. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what it is. You know, I play a harmonica a lot, so sometimes I forget to put it on, and whistling is kind of close to that.
Yeah.
And there's so many guys and gals playing guitars and singing songs.
Right.
So maybe if you whistle, you're more apt, more likely to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like to whistle.
That's cool. I think a lot of people who can't whistle well want to.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's one of those things that you know, like rolling your tongue. Either you can or you can't.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah. But that's really cool. I always thought, you know, whistlers in like bands always impressed me. So I think it's cool you do it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like the easiest load-in for a gig if you were just a whistler.
I brought
the
my own
harmonica
gear.
players have it made.
Right.
Just bring in a few harmonicas. But if you could
Totally.
if you're just a whistler.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to worry about your vocal cords going out.
I guess
know?
you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's foolproof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change of musical direction for me now.
Right.
Full on whistle. Look for the full on whistle album next. Well, because it seems like you're kind of taking a bit of a break after the Summerfest until the fall. Is there other stuff going on this summer that you're kind of keeping under wraps, or?
Oh no, it's not under wraps. Our third child's gonna be born maybe tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, within the next couple weeks.
Okay.
So we'll get to know that one. And
that's important.
But really just lucky to be able to be a family man and to be able to spend so much time with the family and the children. So that's why the break is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, cool. That's exciting.
I'm really excited. Yeah.
Well, do you feel ready to play some more music for us?
Of
Get
course.
you back out there for your second set?
Sure thing.
All right, so Matthew Davies and his band's going to go back out there. We're going to hear more songs from Flowers and Ticket Stubs, and we'll be right back. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sure. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a little more music for you right here on WMSE.
Join WMSE on Saturday, June 29th at the 12th.
Once again, live from the Bob and Genie Friedman Live Performance Studios, we bring you the music of Matthew Davies.
Saw a face in a little window of a Greyhound bus with a dozen other people. Then the red light changed and the bus drove away, but I'll remember that face. How did I misread all the signals and take for granted what was really rather simple? Now time is gonna play its little game, but I'll remember that face. Oh, time, you can do a lot of strange things, but I'll remember that face. time has come to wrap up this little song. And if I forget the words before the morning comes, and everything else in time starts to fade away, I'll remember that fate. Oh, time, you can do a lot of strange things. Oh, time, you can play a lot of strange games. Oh, time, well, you're always a-changing, but I'll remember that fate. Oh, time, you can do a lot of strange things, but I'll remember that fate. One, two, three, four. She said she'd never been to London. She said she'd never been to Spain. She told me all about her family as we rode the uptown train. We walked the platform to the exit. We stepped out into the rain. We ducked into a famous gallery filled with canvas and paint. And though the Van Gogh was impressive, my eyes were drawn to her face. Beauty comes in many forms, but not quite like yours. Beauty comes in many forms, but not quite like yours. I said I knew a spot on the west side. It's nothing fancy, but maybe she'd like grab some tea or a coffee, keep on talking for a while. She checked her watch and said, well, why not? I suppose it's early, still I guess. We hailed a cab and rode across town. My heart was pounding in my chest, and the city lights, how they sparkled against her eyes. It was no contest. Beauty comes in many forms, but none quite like yours. Beauty comes in many forms, but none quite like yours. Have it, Damien. But we sat there, unwilling to concede the night. In a last-ditch effort I suggested a band I knew playing nearby. We bought our tickets and we stood there, swaying back and forth in time. The band was good, they were impressive, but I couldn't keep her off my mind. the house lights finally came on, I took her hand in mine and I said, beauty comes in many forms, but none quite like yours. Beauty comes in many forms, but none quite like yours. Beauty comes in many forms, none quite like yours. Beauty comes in many forms. Sitting at the stoplight, waiting on that change. I thought I'd have you by my side when I left this place. But if this is how it ends, well, so it's gotta be. But I hope someday you think about me. I watched you climb to the top of your broken family tree, and now you're looking out for love, but you're looking right past me. Am I invisible? Or maybe I'm covered up by the fallen leaves, 'cause you won't even think about me. I watched you climb to the top of your broken family tree, and now you're looking out for love, oh, but you're looking right past me. Am I invisible? Or maybe I'm covered up by the fallen leaves, 'cause you won't even think about me. I'm not looking for perfection, 'cause I'm not that out of touch. I know that love's made for fools. By now I've learned that much. But if it's a fool you need, then a fool I'm gonna be. If you'd ever even think about me. And I'd known you as hello there, and how have you been? But you're always off into somebody else's arms and sleeping in somebody else's bed. Oh, it keeps me awake at night. I hope one day when you sleep, you'll forget about the rest and only think about me. I'm still sitting at that stoplight and waiting on that change. I thought I'd have you by my side when I left this place. But if this is how it ends, well, so it's gonna be. But I hope someday you think about me. I hope someday you think about me.
WMSE 91.7 FM Milwaukee. Your champion for local music since 1981.
Thanks to everybody out there in the listening world for tuning into tonight's edition of Local Live on WMSE. Local Live is a production of WMSE Radio, recorded and broadcast live from the Bob and Genie Friedman Live Performance Studio on the downtown campus of the Milwaukee School of Engineering. Local Live is produced by myself and Erin, engineered by Billy Cicerelli, video by Moleskin Productions, hospitality for Local Live artists provided by Cedar Teeth Pizza, who can be found online at cedarteeth.com, Anodyne Coffee, who can be found online at anodynecoffee.com, and by Sprecher Brewing Company. More information at spreckerbrewery.com. For upcoming guests and archives of past local live performances, visit WMSE.org. And tune in again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another edition of Local Live with Valerie Lightheart, who is also performing at Summerfest this year.
We've got Summerfest covered, and so does Bob because he's got Elvin Bishop on deck. We're very festive.
Oh, we're all about the Summerfest.
Yep, SF forever. We'll see you guys next week.